Hi everyone! I am Michelle Sabatin Nolasco from BS Ed 1, reporting the topic about place of articulation, manner of articulation, English vowels, and diphthongs. So, do you have any idea about the topic? If you have, please share it to us. So, let's start the discussion. Place of articulation. In articulatory phonetics, the place of articulation, also called point of articulation of consonant, is the point of contact where an obstruction occurs in the vocal tract between an articulatory gestures. There are two parts of place of articulation. First is the active articulator. Second is the passive articulator. Active place of articulation. The active place of articulation involves the more mobile part of the vocal tract, typically some part of tongue. These are the following areas of active place of articulation. First is the labial, which is the lower lip. Second is the coronal, which is the apical, laminal, and subapical. Third is the dorsal. Fourth is pharyngeal. Fifth is arioepiglottal. And sixth is the glottal. Passive place of articulation. The passive place of articulation is the place on the more stationary part of the vocal tract where the articulation occurs and can be anywhere from the lips, upper teeth, gums, or roof of the mouth to the back of the throat. Here are the parts of passive place of articulation. First is the labial, which is the upper lip. Second is the dental. Third, alveolar. 4. Post-alveolar. 5th, palatal. 6th, velar. 7. Uvular. 8. Pharyngeal. And 9 is epiglottal. Next topic is the manner of articulation. In articulatory phonetics, the manner of articulation is the configuration and interaction of the articulators, speech organs such as the tongue, lips, and palate when making a speech sound. Manners of articulation with substantial obstructive of the airflow, stop, fricatives, affricates are called obstruent. These are prototypically voiceless, but voiced obstruent are extremely common. Manners without such obstruction, nasal, liquids, approximants, and also vowels are called sonorants because they are nearly always voiced. Another common distinction in between occlusive, stop, nasal, and affricates and continuants. Here are the manners of articulation. First, stop. Second, nasal. Third, fricative. Fourth, affricates. And fifth is approximant. Next topic is the English vowels. A vowel is a syllabic speech sound pronounced without any stricture in the vocal tract. Vowels are one of the two principal classes of sounds, the other being the consonant. Vowels vary in quality, in loudness, and in quantity or length. They are usually voiced and are closely involved in prosodic variation, such as tone, intonation, and stress. The word vowels comes from the Latin word vocalis, which means vocals or relating to the voice. In English, the word vowel is commonly used to refer both to vowel sounds and to the written symbols that represents them. Example, A, E, I, O, U, and sometimes RY. Vowels are classified as being articulated through the position of tongue. There are 4 qualities that describes vowels. First is the tongue height, which is raising or lowering the body of the tongue. Second is the tongue advancement, which is advancing or retracing the body of the tongue. Number 3 is the lip rounding, rounding or not rounding the lips. Number 4 is the tenseness, tense or long, produced with an extra degree of muscular effort, and lax for short, less tense. Other features of vowels. Nasalized vowels, when the vowel sounds are emitted through the nasal tract because of proximity to a nasal sound. Last topic is the diphthongs. Diphthongs are vowel sounds that begin as one sound and blend into another when they are articulated. They can be achieved through the use of 2 consecutive vowels as well as one vowel that changes as it is pronounced. Diphthongs are sometimes referred to as gliding vowels. This term relates to the way in which the vowels sound articulated. With all speech sounds, including vowels and consonants, air flows through the vocal cords. Each sound requires different alteration and constriction of the vocal cords to articulate. These sounds are represented by symbols that we know of as a letter. There are 5 types of diphthongs. First is the falling diphthongs, which begins with the higher pitch or volumes and end with lower pitch or volumes. Second is the rising diphthongs. This begins with vowel sounds of lower pitches or volumes and end with more prominent ones. Number 3 is the closing diphthongs, which have similar characteristics to falling diphthongs. Number 4 is the opening diphthong, which have similar to rising diphthongs. Number 5, narrow diphthongs. Ones are comprised of vowel sounds that are similar sounding and similarly pronounced. And number 6 is the wide diphthongs, are vowel sounds that are more drastically different articulations, like in brown, found, and now. So that's all, and I hope that you understand and learn from the discussion.